What's going on, everybody? It's Physical Friday, and this Friday we're talking about the 10,000 push-up challenge. I have a guest here, Kevin Burns, who not only has done the 10,000 push-up challenge, but has continued to do 10,000 push-ups every month since 2021. Kevin, what's going on? How are you today?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I really appreciate you being on, and we've been texting back and forth about your experience here. You have a tremendous amount of experience with 10,000 push-ups. I just want you to kind of give us a little sense of when you first started, how you kind of broke up the reps, how you keep track of them, and then we'll get into why you continue to do them 10,000 a month every month since 2021. That's awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you. So first I started doing them on a little bit of an incline, right? So you could get your body used to that kind of amount, and it makes it easier than just starting right out on the floor. Mm-hmm. And then as time goes on, you graduate, you get a little stronger, right? Although I still use push-up bars and or dumbbells to take the strain off the wrists, mm-hmm. and it still gives you a little bit of an incline, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And takes the strain off the shoulders and the wrists a little bit.
Nice. And so how do you break up the reps? Like when you first started compared to today, as you're doing them today?
Yeah, right. So when you first started, it might have been 30 or 40 at a time. And then I'd stop, write down the amount I did on a piece of paper with a pen, and then take a good 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, and then get back at it, right, until I could get to, say, 300 or 400 a day, which is sort of what you need to get to 10,000 a month. Mm-hmm. And then, as you get a little bit stronger, as you things come along a little bit, you're doing more. And so, but keeping track. And then in between the sets of push-ups, I might use those dumbbells to do some curls or some tricep extensions or just anything, right, to break it up a little bit, but still give your body a little bit of a rest so you can get back into push-ups.
Nice. And so a lot of people, when they finish the 10,000 push-up challenge for the first time, they don't want to do another push-up for many months, but you decided to continue to do that every month. How has that journey been for you, doing them every single month? Yeah,
I think for me, right, it lessened, instead of going to the gym and trying to bench press and military press and do all those things that as I get older, right, recently hit my sixth decade, you can hurt yourself that way, right? But with the push-ups, if you're careful, you don't put that strain on your shoulders or especially your shoulders, right? So I just found that the push-ups did not seem to hurt my body as much as some of those heavy weights. Mm-hmm. And trying to keep up with the folks at the gym, which just can't do as the sweet bird of youth flies away. Right?
I don't know, man. I think they're going to have a hard time keeping up with you. I think if you ask some of those young guys there if they can do 10,000 push-ups in a month, you may find your crowd around you decreasing quickly as you do that. That's pretty impressive to continue to do it. Now, how have you found over time is the best way for you to keep track of them?
Yeah, so I use a Word document, right? And I've just kept a Word document. You could use an Excel spreadsheet. You could use a notebook, whatever works, right? I think when I first started this, when you put this thing out, I was just using a notebook with dates. But I found that having a Word document, you could just tab in and you put in the date and you put in, as I'm doing them, the number of reps or writing them down, and then I'll go to the Word document and record it there. All right. And just keep track.
All right. Well, I'm assuming you're going to be part of the 10,000 push-up challenge in February. So I'm glad to have you, and I'm sorry that I created such a monster for you. But 10,000 push-ups a month since 2021, man, that's impressive. That's very, very impressive, and you've obviously got good dedication and discipline to be able to continue to turn them out like that. So good job to you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I really enjoy it. And I think, one of the things, too, is just make sure as you get older, you recover, right? Maybe you take a protein powder or a protein bar, but just do something to help yourself recover. As we get older, the joints, you have to be careful with them. So just, I think eating right and doing some of those things that we need to do helps recover from this. But that's like any exercise, right?
For sure.
But yeah, I've enjoyed it immensely. I can't thank you enough for putting this out there. And I think you had mentioned that your dad in his 80s had done it one year, right?
Yeah,
so
he's going to do it again this year. He's 84 now. And he was telling me the other day, he was like, I'm doing about 250 a day to be ready for the 10,000 push-up challenge in February. And he'll do 400 a day. He'll finish early.
He's so inspirational.
And for him, one of the things that's the best for him is not actually the push-ups, but getting on the ground and getting back up. As you're 84 years old, I mean, they say, that there's a direct correlation to your ability to get up off the ground and your quality and length of life. And, the push-ups are, it's like a byproduct of the push-ups. You got to get on the ground to do the push-ups, and then you got to get back up on your feet to walk around. And so he's doing a lot of sets a day, and he's getting down and he's getting up, which I think may even be more beneficial to him than the push-ups are, just getting down on the ground and getting back up. But yeah, man, there's a lot of byproducts. So I'm glad you're part of it. And thanks for doing this. I'm sure that you're going to help a lot of people to start that challenge. I mean, what would you say to somebody that is on the fence trying this and thinking, I've never done 10,000 push-ups in my life. I don't know if I can do that. What would you say to them?
Oh, I think it's sure, right. There's that little bit of that mental challenge. When first people start to do a push-up or two there, it's frightening because maybe they just get 10, maybe they just get 15, right? But again, start out a little bit on an incline. It's not cheating if you need to get stronger, right? And then just and I would even say to those folks, you don't have to try and get 250 all in one session, right? Or as you're starting out, right? You do 15 in the morning or 15 at lunch or 15 in your office, and all of a sudden you're up to 75, 100, and you can work your way up. So, I started this at 58 years old, 57 years old. So I think anyone can do it, right? It's just a matter of don't try and boil the ocean, right? Just right, sort of have at it during the day, and then you'll start to get some confidence, and they'll just start to pile up for you.
Nice. I love it. All right, Kevin, thanks so much. We'll look forward to seeing you in the challenge, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody else in the challenge too. 10,000 Push-Up Challenge starts February 1st. You can go to TomRowlandPodcast.com/pushups to sign up for that. And if you do sign up for it, there may be some prizes and things that are coming from some of the sponsors that want to be part of this. So never know. It's also a great way to keep in touch. And I will be doing push-ups live on Instagram. So I'll tell you when we're going to be doing that, and you can tune in if you want to and do them with me. All right. That's Physical Friday for this week. We'll talk to you next week. See ya.